There is a whisper in the air, subtle but urgent. A message from the universe, one that echoes through your heart and soul, urging you to stop and listen. Something is coming back into your life. Someone. And you are being asked not to open that door again. This is not about fear. This is about wisdom. The kind of wisdom that only comes from experience, from pain, from lessons you thought you had already mastered. The kind of wisdom that awakens when your soul is tired of repeating the same cycle. You already know who this message is about. You felt the shift in the air before they even reached out. You sensed the disturbance in your spirit, even before a word was spoken, because your energy has become more sensitive. Your light, more radiant. And anything that tries to dim it is felt instantly, like a shadow creeping across a sunlit path. The universe is on alert. It is not just you who feels it. The forces around you, the unseen guardians of your journey, are whispering louder now. They are trying to get your attention. You have grown, you have risen. And now, you are standing at a threshold. You see, this person, they are not just someone from your past. They represent an energy you have worked so hard to release. An old pattern, a test, a temptation. And the universe is watching to see what you will choose this time. Will you let them in again? Will you hand them access to the peace you've built, the sacred space you have protected, the light you have nourished? Or will you remember who you are now? This is not the time to entertain doubt. It is the time to trust your instincts. That uneasy feeling in your chest, that sudden fatigue when they come to mind, that is your body speaking your truth. That is your spirit sounding the alarm. You are not being paranoid. You are being awakened. And right now, in this very moment, you are being called to protect something far more valuable than any relationship. You are being called to protect your soul. This person, they may wear a familiar face. They may speak in a softer voice now. They may even say the words you always long to hear. But something about them does not feel clean. It does not feel true. It does not feel safe. They are not coming back to heal. They are coming back to feed. They remember the warmth of your heart, the safety of your love, the power of your presence. And they want to sit in that light again, not to cherish it, but to consume it. Not to match your energy, but to take from it. You have been through this before. The giving, the forgiving, the hoping, the silent questioning, the slow unraveling of your spirit every time you ignored your own intuition. But this time is different because you are different. You are not that same version of yourself anymore. The one who gave benefit after benefit of the doubt. The one who allowed access again and again, believing things would change. You are wiser now. You are more rooted in your truth. And you have worked hard to reclaim your power. Let us be honest. The connection may have once felt strong, magnetic even, but not all cords that bind are meant to last. Some were never made of love at all. Some were made of control, fear, guilt, or emotional dependency. And deep down, you know this. You have always known, even in the most tender moments, something never fully aligned. Something felt incomplete, unsettled, unfinished. That is because this was never meant to be your final chapter, only a turning point. And now, here they are again. Perhaps reaching out with messages, maybe showing up in dreams, or even trying to cross physical boundaries, asking to meet, to visit, to reconnect. But remember this, your home is sacred. Your body is sacred. Your energy is sacred. And not everyone deserves to enter your sacred space just because they miss what they once had access to. Missing you does not equal change. Wanting you does not equal love. What they are drawn to is your light. But light must have boundaries, or it will burn out. This is not cruelty. This is clarity. And the universe is not warning you to be afraid. The universe is asking you to remember who you are and how far you have come. There is a reason this warning is coming to you now. It is not random. It is not coincidence. The timing is divine. You are entering a new chapter of your life. One that holds a different vibration, a lighter frequency, one that requires clarity, alignment, and peace. And this person, they cannot walk through that doorway with you. They are not ready to rise with you, and you can no longer dim yourself to match where they remain. The universe is speaking now because this is a sacred moment, a threshold, a test of your growth. The energy you carry is being prepared for something higher, something pure, something true. But before you receive it, you must decide what cannot come with you. This person represents the old frequency, the part of you that once tolerated too much, gave too much, stayed too long, and hoped too hard. And that version of you, the one that kept shrinking to fit into their world, must now be laid to rest. There is no more space for confusion, no more room for emotional back and forth, no more delay in stepping into the life that is meant for you. If you let them back in, the cycle begins again, slowly, quietly, and deeply. You will feel it first as exhaustion, as doubt, as small sacrifices in your spirit that you tell yourself are harmless. But your soul will know the truth. Your light will feel it slipping. Your peace will begin to fracture. And so the universe, in all its love and wisdom, is giving you this message clearly and loudly now. Do not let this person into your house again. Do not open your door, physical or spiritual, to energy that is not aligned with where you are going. You have done the work. You have healed parts of yourself that no one else could see. You have cried in silence. You have risen in solitude, and now your space is sacred. Letting them in is not an act of kindness. It is an act of self-abandonment, and you are done abandoning yourself. This time, you choose differently. This time, you choose you. You see, your home is more than walls and furniture. It is a reflection of your vibration. Every corner holds the imprint of your thoughts, your emotions, your dreams. And when someone enters that space, they do not just step into your house. They step into your field. They step into your essence. That is why this warning is so specific. Do not let this person into your house again, because what they carry is not just a physical presence. It is an energetic imprint, and it will linger long after they are gone. You may clean the room, you may open the windows, but the atmosphere they bring stays behind unless you are intentional about protecting it. This is about more than a visit. This is about spiritual boundaries, emotional clarity, energetic protection. You are not being cold. You are being conscious. Because what you allow into your space, you allow into your life. And right now, your life is being aligned with something extraordinary. Your spirit is becoming more sensitive for a reason. That sensitivity is not weakness. It is strength. It is the universe fine-tuning your inner compass, so that even the smallest disruption feels like a warning bell, so that even a whisper of misalignment is enough to stop you in your tracks. Listen to that discomfort. It is not there to confuse you. It is there to guide you. If someone returns and your spirit becomes uneasy, that is your answer. If their presence feels heavy, that is not something to fix. That is something to honor. There was a time when you would override those feelings. You would rationalize. You would compromise. You would soften your boundaries for the sake of connection. But that time is over. Now you know the cost. Now you see how sacred your energy really is. And now you understand that not everyone deserves access to it. Let them knock. Let them ask. Let them even plead. But you, Leo, you must remember that this space was built with healing. It was not meant to be disturbed. Your peace is not a luxury. It is a necessity. And anything or anyone who threatens it is not meant to stay. The timing of their return is not accidental. It always happens like this. Just as you are about to rise, just as you begin to feel lighter, just when your soul starts expanding into something new, the past knocks on your door. It shows up dressed in familiar words, old feelings, half-healed wounds. It sounds like love. It feels like nostalgia. But underneath it all, it is a test. The universe does not test you to punish you. It tests you to see if you are ready. Ready for the next level. Ready for the version of you who no longer entertains what once broke you. That is why the warning is urgent. This person is not returning by coincidence. They are returning as a mirror, a reflection of who you used to be, a reminder of the pattern you are finally breaking. You ask the universe for more, for clarity, for peace, for authentic love, and the universe is preparing to deliver. But first, It asks you to choose. To choose whether you are still available for confusion, for chaos, for second chances that only lead back to silence. You cannot move forward while dragging yesterday behind you. This moment, it is the gateway. What you decide now shapes the road ahead. Letting them back in might feel comforting for a moment, but it will cost you your alignment. It will cost you your progress. It will drain the very light you worked so hard to restore. You are not here to repeat cycles. You are here to break them. This time, when the knock comes, you will not open the door. You will hear the knock, feel the pull, notice the ache, and you will still say no. And in that no, there will be healing. In that no, there will be power. Because when you say no to what is misaligned, you are saying yes to your destiny. And Leo, your destiny is not tied to what is trying to return. It is tied to what is waiting ahead. Look around at what you have created. The stillness, the clarity, the quiet mornings where your breath no longer trembles. The nights where your heart rests in peace, not in worry. This is not just healing, this is rebirth. And what you have grown must now be protected. You did not rebuild yourself to let old patterns come in and rearrange your spirit again. You did not learn to breathe deeply just to hold your breath around the same energy that once stole your voice. You have changed. And even if they say they have too, it is not your role to prove that. It is not your duty to reopen the door just to check if the fire still burns. If it does, it will burn everything you have planted. Protect your garden. Your peace is blooming now. Some people are lessons. Others are blessings. And the ones who return after the lesson has ended are often reminders, not promises. They may say all the right things, but energy speaks louder than words. And when you are grounded in truth, you no longer need convincing. You no longer look for signs. You become the sign. You become the voice within that whispers, gently but firmly, "This is not for me anymore." You may still care. You may still feel love. But you can care from a distance. You can love without re-entry. Forgiveness does not require access. Compassion does not require closeness. You can send peace without inviting presence. Because the cost of allowing them back into your space is not worth what it will take from you. This is your time now to protect what you have grown, to guard the stillness you prayed for, to keep your vibration clean, your environment light, your spirit undisturbed. You are not being too harsh. You are being responsible. You are not overreacting. You are responding to wisdom. And the wisdom says this: clearly you did not come this far to fall back into what you already outgrew. There is a voice inside you that already knows the truth. It may be quiet at times, but it is constant. And lately, it has been speaking more clearly, more firmly, more frequently. It is not driven by fear. It is not reacting from pain. It is speaking from wisdom, from memory, from deep inner knowing. And that voice has one message for you now. Do not go backward. You feel it in your chest, in your gut, in your breath. Every time they reach out, something inside tightens. That is not anxiety. That is protection. That is your body remembering what your heart once endured. Do not ignore the language of your soul. You prayed for clarity? This is it. You asked for a sign. This is it. You hoped for peace. It is already here, and it is asking you to keep it safe. The person who is trying to come back may not even realize the weight they bring. They may not be malicious. They may believe they have changed. But this is not about them. This is about you, about your healing, about your alignment, about your journey forward. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is close the door and keep it closed. That does not mean your heart is hardened. It means it is healed. That does not mean you carry bitterness. It means you carry discernment. And discernment is what protects your light. It is what helps you navigate the space between compassion and self-betrayal, between empathy and boundary. You are being asked now to trust that voice within, the one that told you long ago something was not right, the one that is speaking again now, not in anger, but in clarity. This is your soul speaking. And when your soul speaks, listen, because the soul never lies. It only waits patiently, gently until you are ready to hear what you already know. There may be a part of you that still feels guilty. A part that wonders if walking away is selfish, if closing the door is cruel, if saying no means you have failed to forgive. But choosing yourself is not selfish, it is sacred. You are not responsible for carrying someone else's healing. You are not here to dim your light to make someone else feel comfortable in their shadows. You are not obligated to revisit pain just to prove you are kind. You have done enough. You have held space. You have extended grace. You have given the benefit of the doubt far beyond what your soul could bear. And now, your healing asks for something different. It asks for space, for silence, for distance, for peace. There is a power that comes with honoring your own limits, a beauty in saying, I love myself too much to reopen what once broke me. And that is not cruelty, that is clarity. You can bless someone from afar. You can wish them well without allowing them back in. You can send light while standing behind a closed door. Not everyone gets to be part of your new beginning. Not everyone has earned the right to sit in your new peace. And that is not judgment. That is truth. Because peace is not something you stumble into. Peace is something you protect. You protect it through boundaries, through decisions, through quiet goodbyes that no one else may understand but your soul does. There is a version of you emerging now. A version who no longer needs to prove your love through pain, who no longer needs to rescue others to feel worthy, who no longer sacrifices your well-being to keep the past alive. This is the version of you that has been waiting to rise. And to rise fully, you must choose yourself without guilt, without apology, without hesitation, because when you choose yourself, you are choosing alignment. You are choosing light. You are choosing the path the universe has been trying to guide you toward all along. This is the moment, the turning point, the quiet, sacred pause between who you were and who you are becoming. You are standing before a door, and this time you are not reaching for the handle. You are not asking what if. You are not doubting your clarity. You are not waiting for more signs. You are the sign. The truth is, you already know what waits behind that door. You have been there before. You remember the ache, the confusion, the slow unraveling of your own light. But now you see it clearly for what it is, not a second chance, not a new beginning, but a familiar cycle disguised as comfort. And this time, you do not step back into it. This time, you honor your healing by keeping the door shut. You trust that what is meant for you will not require you to shrink. It will not make you feel small. It will not arrive wrapped in guilt or silence or instability. What is meant for you will knock with peace in its hands. It will speak your soul's language. It will feel like alignment, not tension. So you turn away from the past. You return to yourself, to your breath, to your stillness, to your sacred space. And in doing so, you create space for what is truly meant to find you. The universe is not warning you to be afraid. It is inviting you to be ready. Ready for the next chapter. Ready for the love that honors your light. Ready for the life that mirrors your growth. You do not need to explain your boundaries. You do not need to justify your peace. You only need to trust that your soul knows the way, and it is already leading you forward. So let the door stay closed. Let the past remain behind it, and walk forward into your power, into your clarity, into the beautiful unknown that is now calling your name. You are not losing anything. You are being set free.